All right, hello there, everybody. Welcome to the Dungeons and Dragons 5e Mega Dungeon. This is going to be my character creation tutorial, which will be useful for new players, people new to Roll20, or just people who are confused by the exhaustive list of special rules I have for character creation. So I'm going to go through it step by step here so you can see what it is you need to do. All right, so step one is you're going to join the Roll20 game. Up here in the Collections tab, which is going to look a little bit different on a player screen because you're going to have different um, buttons than I do. Actually, I should have probably done this as a player, but that's fine. You'll have this one, the journal. It looks like a little folded newspaper. And inside here, there'll be a folder that says Player Characters. You can go ahead and grab any copy of Blank and open that up. And we'll make these all yours. Once you're done with them, we'll assign them to you. Just go ahead and close this little cog here, and it'll bring back up the Charactermancer option. Now, in this campaign, anything in the Charactermancer is going to be game legal, as well as I have one custom homebrew class I made myself. Anything from UA, anything outside of the Charactermancer, we're not going to use for this game, but it shouldn't be a problem. There are literally dozens and dozens and dozens of options that you're going to have at your fingertips. I have every book. I have third-party books, so there should be no real limitations on your imagination for what you want to do. So if you haven't used the Charactermancer before, it's a really nice step-by-step tool that you can use to create your character. You just follow the prompts here. I'm going to make a spellcaster. Well, yeah, I'm going to just so we have that process, but we'll see. All right. So now you come down to the list of races, and you'll see there's a big list here. In some cases, there's going to be doubles, maybe even triples of certain races because they've been reprinted in different books. If that's the case, use the most recent, which is going to be the MMOM. If it doesn't have MMOM as an option, um, I believe it's Player's Handbook, and then Volo's Guide, and then Tasha's Guide to Everything, and yeah, if it's side by side like this means it's the same printing. But just for the most case, there should be an MMOM multiversal monster for everything. So we're gonna make a spellcaster here. Good old elves, they are the pretty good spellcasters. See here, there's not a lot of elves. Tome of Heroes. This is going to be a third-party supplement from Kobold Press. They're pretty good as well. Well, all right. So if elves only have the boring old player's handbook, look at how many goblins there are. Like 105 different types of goblins. What kind of spellcaster do I want to make? Satyr is not allowed. Wanti Pureblood is not allowed. Those are the only two races that aren't because magic. Oh, and Tasha's custom lineage, but that's because it kind of isn't necessary. Let's go ahead and do Sea Elf. This one's somewhat new. Now, you can go ahead and click the Customize Your Origin tab on yours. Every character, no matter what race, will have the +2, +1, or +111 option, including if you wanted to use Variant Human. By normal rule, they only get +1/+1, but you can do a +2/+1 if you want. So Sea Elf, say make a Wizard. Do Intelligence, Dex, and Con. Layman's good. Language proficiencies. Elvish, obviously. Just keep scrolling down. Make sure you have any drop-down menus, any choices, anything. You might have alternate class features or things like that. So just go ahead and make sure that you fill it out fully. This will all translate over your sheet. Now I move over to class. Again, we have every class. My custom class isn't here because you can't import things into the Charactermancer. If you do Artificer, do the Tasha's one right here. Otherwise, it's all just the player handbook classes. We'll go with Wizard. Skills. Some skills are going to be more useful than others in this campaign. There's not going to be a lot of diplomacy. You will need Arcana, Investigation, Perception, Stealth, Medicine. Those are probably more useful than any of the History and Religion, maybe a little bit, but yeah. Stuff like intimidation, deception, persuasion, less used. You're not going to be doing a lot of talking to the monsters, although I guess you could try. All right, so now when you get to ability score method, this is where things are going to switch up a little bit. Go to custom, and then we're going to just take a step back from the character sheet for a little bit and go to the macros tab, which on your screen should be this 3-bulleted list. You're going to see a massive collection of tables that I have. You're not going to have all of these, but you will have some of them. You'll have this one, ability score, macro, pick one. Now, you can do it here, or you could do it in the Discord as well. I'm going to pause and show you where in the Discord you can roll. So let me just pause and switch screens. All right, so here in the Discord, if you go to the Dice Roller channel, you're going to see I've got everything laid out here. And either way you do it here or there, going to do it just once, announce that you're rolling for your character, and we'll record it. You get 2 choices when you roll your stats. Discord is probably easier to keep track of because it can't get buried. You see, I did my first character. I probably should have done that one for the test one, but it doesn't matter. All right, let's see. Go ahead. This will be the proper way to do it. Rolling stats for Tom. Test. Tom testing. Okay. Hit the enter button, and then you're going to hit exclamation point ability score. If I know how to spell. And it's going to roll 2 sets of numbers. All right, so you're going to get a set that's locked in order, and then a set that is free order. So if you have a certain class in mind, like I want Tom testing here to really be a wizard, well, you can see in the in order one, his intelligence didn't roll great. You got charisma, maybe I could change my mind and change him to a sorcerer. Or if this just really isn't appealing to me, whatever he got here randomly, I can go these choose order ones. You see the 17 here. I can put that in his intelligence and make a perfectly good wizard. Now the difference is the ability scores in order lock you in order. They could maybe make you a kind of character that you're not prepared to play, which I like because it forces people out of their comfort zone a little bit. But these numbers have a higher potential. The formula here is 3d6 plus 4. So these stats could range anywhere from 7 all the way to 22. And you're allowed to go over 20 in this campaign. You can have stats up to 24, but only during character creation. After character creation, limited to 20 just like normal, unless you get some kind of magical stuff. So unfortunately, we didn't get any stuff that was going to bring it over 20. I could maybe get Dex to like 21 or something, but it's going to be tough. So let's say for Tom, I'm going to choose in order. Or choose order. Because I really want to make him a wizard. Alright, so I'm going to pause. So now back here on Roll20, we're back at the method. We're back at our character creation. We're going to go to custom. And we got those scores. Choose order, I can put anywhere down. I got my 17 was my best. I'll put that in intelligence. Next highest was 16. I guess I'll put that in Dex. I get 15 Con. And I got a 13, 12, and 10. 13, 12, and 10. All right. And you can see here, once you go up, it's going to automatically apply whatever your racial bonuses were. So there you go. We got that 18 intelligence. Great wizard right out of the gate. Choose a background. There's a big, massive list of backgrounds. You can do whatever you'd like. Diplomat sounds good. Tome of Heroes. You can roll up his personality traits if you want. You can always make your own. There's no rule against that, but maybe you just want to take whatever the game gives you. Equipment, you get a couple gold pieces bonus. So, to choose your equipment, go ahead and choose your starting equipment. Everybody's going to get their starting equipment plus 1,000 extra gold, which is plenty to get yourself started. You're going to start at level 3, but we're focused just on level 1 for right now. You get some cantrips. And chill touch is pretty good. You get some spells. Now there are going to be spells in here from the extra books that I have as well. So you're going to maybe see some options you haven't seen before. But there are several dozen spells that have been added to the game by the Tome of Heroes. So just go ahead and add some of those, adjust position, sneer, outmaneuver. There's just plenty of them. I haven't had the chance to go over every single one. It's going to follow the same basic rules of the campaign. Anything that lets you rest, gives you a safe space, anything that kind of breaks the game out of control, wide open, lets you do stuff like Wish or Divine Intervention, where you just can't really deal with that in a dungeon crawl setting, or any kind of large distance divination or teleportation that lets you kind of bypass the dungeon, just skip to the end. That's no fun. That's not what we're here for. So any spells that do things like that won't be allowed. But there's very, very few. So like short range teleportation, Misty Step or Shadow Step, stuff like that is fine. Um, just know, like, I want to just teleport down 28 levels into the dungeon and skip the whole thing, because that's the point of the game. All right, so I've got a pretty good selection of spells here. Actually, I don't even know what these do. They might be good. They might be terrible. I haven't read them. But that's the fun part. Now, it's not going to allow you to choose a feat because you didn't choose Variant Human, but it's okay. We can do it manually. Character's name, time testing, just 200. It's a nice tall elf. Probably a somewhat light guy. He's a sea elf. We'll make him a pale blue like his friend over here. So I get an error here, but I don't believe I do. No, I definitely don't. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so quickly go over here, check for any arrows. Probably shouldn't have any. Then I'm going to be done. Now, when it comes to adding my level 1 bonus feat the campaign allows me to get, well, first I'll go ahead and add in I get 20 gold from my background and then 1,000 gold from the campaign, so I will start with 1,020 gold. Now I can add my feat. I'm kind of at a lousy place here with this 18 intelligence. Adding one more doesn't really help, but it couldn't hurt. So I think for level 1, I'll go ahead and take Elven Accuracy and smack on that intelligence. It's not going to automatically do it, but if you go into the compendium, anything you type in here is going to come up. If you don't know the feats, you can simply type in feats, and then it'll bring you to a page. Well, this doesn't actually do anything. This is the SRD feats. Oh no, that's got them all in here. Okay, good. So there you go. These are the feats that are in the game. There are a few more that are in the Tome of Heroes. Right here, if you see TOH, or if you just open the feats page and you can change it to TOH up here, and it will only give you these feats. There's also a handful of custom feats that I brought in from Solasta that I kind of liked. More combat focused, give you a little bit more tactical options. Those are all listed in the Discord channel as well. If it's something like that that's not in here, you can't drag and drop it. You'll just have to type it in manually. We'll go ahead and just do that, show you guys how. This is going to be your class feature area. Now, for this guy, I chose Elven Accuracy. So he gets this at bonus level 1, and I'll go ahead and specify at the bottom here that this is going to be a plus intelligence. Because if you read Elven Accuracy, it gives you choice of intelligence, dexterity, wisdom, or charisma. As an I'm gonna take intelligence, obviously, bump that up to 19. But if I wanted to do a custom feat, let's go in here, do custom, other, bonus level 1, and then you can go to the Discord, pick one you like. You can just copy and paste the text. And then there you go. You'll have your custom feat. It's pretty easy to do it that way. Once you get your character done to level 1, there's going to be a handful of bonuses you get to do. First, you can use that 1,000 gold to go buy things. You can check your equipment just here looking for, say, weapons. There's again the 2 weapons list. There's the Player's Handbook one, which is more exhaustive list, and then there's the Tome of Heroes, which has a couple of bonus ones. But you could say, yeah, I want to do this Dwarven Arquebus. I'm going to give him a shotgun, although that's a martial weapon. So you might want to look at his proficiencies. Well, he can get a light crossbow. So let's say I want to buy a light crossbow with my elvish friend here. Or, yeah, I believe, as a sea elf, he should have tridents. But perhaps not. Nope, guess not. Doesn't matter. Alright, light crossbow. Here we go, 25 gold pieces. So you just subtract this down to 995. You could put in the transactions channel of the Discord, I'm buying a light crossbow for Tom testing. You type in light crossbow. Actually, I believe it's crossbow comma light, so we'll just do crossbow. Nope. Clockwork crossbow, light crossbow, there it is. And again, drag and drop. Once you do that, it'll add it to your inventory, and it'll even create an attack for you. Now, it might not be set up right. If you're using a finesse weapon, say, and your dexterity focus instead of strength, like, let's see if I brought over a whip, which I don't have proficiency in, but we'll just pretend. Now, whip. Okay, so it did default to dex, which is good. It might be in strength when it starts, which you probably don't want it to be, because you're much worse at strength. +3 to dex, only a 0 to strength. So you can go in there, change it to dex, change your damage to dex. There you go, easy enough. Get yourself all set up with whatever equipment you like. Anything in the handbooks is purchasable for whatever price it says. You can also buy some common level potions and scrolls. So let's say you wanted to buy a handful of healing potions just to be safe. When you start out, you got 1,000 gold. A common healing potion is going to cost... Oh, I have it down here somewhere. I think it's like 200. Okay, yeah. So a regular potion of healing is going to be 200 gold. So let's say I want to buy 3 of them. I can just go into the transaction channel, pay 600 gold for my 3 healing potions, type in potion of healing, drag and drop, go down to the amount, just put 3. There you go, I got 3 potions of healing. I have a nice macro set up that you could check off and put in your bar. If you go to the Collections tab, you can click Potion Healing. It'll put it in your bar down here at the bottom of the screen. And that's all you're going to need to click for potions. They roll all the rarities. And you see normal, greater, superior, supreme. So if I want to take a potion in the middle of combat, I just click the button. Okay, I get my 5 HP back. Ooh, that one was a good one. I got 9 HP back. And if I'm using a better potion, they have all those right there too. So easy stuff. We got a lot of little things like that. So there you go. We got our guy set up. We bought a crossbow, bought some potions. Say I'm good with that. At level 1, you are going to get an extra hit die to give you a little bit more punch, because dungeon's a dangerous place. Now, as a wizard, all I get is a lousy D6. So you'd go into the dice rolling channel of the Discord and say, I'm rolling my bonus HP for testing Tom, or Tom testing, which I'll switch over and show that now. See if I can do this a little bit more live. Okay, here we go. It's exclamation point roll, and then whatever expression of dice you want to use. Oh, womp, 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 womp. I only got 1 bonus HP for poor Tom, but that's okay. He's a wizard. So he'll be hopefully be staying out of there in the first place and not be taking a lot of unnecessary hits. Alright, let's switch back over. So, there you go. I got my 1 extra HP. That's not great. Then you can level up your character 2 more times, because we're going to start at level 3. Just follow the character mancer to do that. Now, you can take average HP or you can roll, but you can't do both, so you got to make up your mind. Average is usually better because it's actually 1 plus the average, so you get 4 instead of 3. So, the smart thing and just take that. Now, when you get your subclass, these are all the subclasses that are available. You see everything here with TOH. This is the Tome of Heroes, the third-party supplement. So look at, we have like 100 different wizards that are all available in game. Cantrip Adept will just be a Firebolt Maniac. That's cool, something new. So I'm not going to have anything to choose at level 2 other than my subclass. It'll add all of your features that you unlock automatically to your sheet, which is super nice if you forget. So you can add 2 cantrips. Now let's see if the game actually lets me do that. Oh, it does. Look at that. So you can add 2 cantrips, and they can be from any list. Maybe I can't. So that's going to be some limitations probably you'll see with the Charactermancer and the interaction with the custom classes. It may not work. Like I'm allowed to add 2 more cantrips, even from any class, but I can't add them here. But all right, we can do a little workaround in a second. So anyway, let's go ahead and add my regular spells that I can get. We'll do Grease and Magic Missile. Nice classic spells here. All right, so now let's say I want to get those cantrips that my subclass has allotted me, but I couldn't get them here. Go over to the spells page, and you're just going to manually have to drag and drop these in. So if you know what cantrips you want, it's great. If you don't, there's going to be resources here. Looking things up in the compendium is only really good if you know what you're looking for, because you type them in and you find it. If you just want to browse all available cantrips, there are different websites and some stuff that I'll post that has a more readable list, including of all the custom ones that we have in here, but maybe I wanted to just do that. These let me choose out of class cantrips, I believe is what it said. 2 cantrips from any spell list. All right, so why take wizard cantrips when I could take druid and cleric cantrips? We'll get control flames from the druid list, and we'll go ahead and snag Toll the Dying, or Toll the Dead from cleric. Now you're going to go ahead and want to make sure that these are intelligence based, because by default they could be wisdom based since they're off the lists from the other guys. So spellcasting ability, yeah, spell or intelligence, just make sure it's not wisdom. Should be fine. Now this is kind of specific to this particular subclass, but there may be things where you need to manually do it. Everything can be drag and dropped from the compendium. Everything that's available in the game is in the compendium and can be moved over. So there you go. Leveled up once, we'll level up one more time, and then this Tom testing character will be just about ready to go. This time we'll roll for HP, see if we get lucky. Oh, we did. All right, nice job. Get cantrip formulas here. Doesn't want to tell me what that does. I guess we'll figure it out when it adds it. Ah, here we go. Ah, you can just replace your cantrips. That's good. You can add 2 new cantrips. And, oh no, I cannot. No, I can add 2 more leveled spells. Okay, well, I can get level 2 spells. So let's go ahead. Look at this. You got a considerable list here. If you hit the little I button, it should bring up the spells over here. So if you're not familiar with the spells, this is a way to read them. It's not the most easy thing on the eyes, but I'll tell you what the spells do. All right, well, I know Web is good. Web's always good second level spell. And then we'll say, and we'll take something from the new book. Who knows what it does? But there you go. All right, so Tom testing is level 3. He's got his bonus hit point, singular. He's got his bonus piece of equipment. He's got his 3 potions of healing. He's got his spells all set up. They're all ready to go. Might want to activate your slots right here. And then you're just going to pick which spells you can prepare, which would be, for him, 6. 6 spells I can prepare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, oh, I thought I took another second level spell. Didn't I? Bombardment? Some sort of bombardment? There we go. All right, 6. So those would be the spells I can use during the adventuring day, as long as all my my pumped up cantrips here. And I'll go in a little tutorial later on for people that don't know how to use Roll20 at all, because there's a couple things you need to do, like putting in your bio, getting your token set up, but that requires a little bit of extra work. So basically what you would do is you'd submit to me that you wanted to get your token set up. You'd give me a piece of artwork, and I could transfer it into a token for you. We'll go ahead and do it here with just a piece of artwork that I have. First, we're going to need to switch maps to something with a grid. But let me just go through my library and see if I have any wizard appropriate guys that I want to use for this. Here we go. I'll do this guy here. He's a human, but we'll pretend. Alright, so this will be all the stuff that I do, basically. All you got to do is give it to me. I'll set it up for you. You can set up the avatar there. Oh, I guess I'll drag and drop. There you go. And then the only other thing you're going to need to do is head over to the Discord one more time and fill out your character creation with fill out your character creation in the character tracker. So if you see here, there's going to be a kind of format that you can use. You can find it in the character creation subpage here. So we'll copy this, go over to the character tracker, paste it. Tom testing. He's a sea elf. Cantrip specialist wizard. Ability scores. Leave that blank for right now. 3. Go back to my gold. It was 800 and something. No, I bought those potions. It's down to just 395. 395. Skulls none. Artifacts none. Magic items none. Bio. Testing is great. Then find my photo again, my artwork. If I have it saved on my computer, just drag it over here. It'll put it at the top, but once you paste, it'll go to the bottom. And there you go. Tom Testing's ready to go. And you can keep him updated as you level, as you continue to do stuff. You beat floors, you gain artifacts, you do whatever you need to do. Oh, that's not in there. Dungeon floors. So I'll have to put that. All right. I think I get a flicks. I'll learn this spell one day. Everybody starts with one floor cleared. But as he goes through there, you could say, okay, well, he's got a couple XP. He's level 4 now. He's cleared a couple floors. He's built up some artifacts. As you sell the artifacts, you can go in here and edit. Okay, I use the artifacts to buy a staff of testing. So he's got that now, etc., etc. It's a little bit of a pain to keep this updated, but it's good. It helps other players see what classes we have in the game, and when they're deciding to make a character, it gives DMs a chance to audit and just make sure people aren't just cheating on the sly and, giving themselves a bunch of stuff that they didn't add in the transaction tab or whatever, because it's all kind of self-operating. So there's a lot of like the honor system going on here. But for the most part, that's going to be it. Oh, the last part is going to be adding your ability score. So if you roll them in roll 20, which I'll show that real quick in case people want to do it that way. In roll 20, it's just going to be that ability score macro thing right here. It'll show up in your bar. Or you go to collections, it'll be here, and you can just hit the dice button. And it's going to pop back over. And you're going to, again, get these two choices here. Oh, this would have been a better time testing. You get 19 intelligence. But it's too late. I already picked the other one. So if I want to do that, I could screenshot just this, screen grab it, paste it into my character edit page. Or if I do it in Discord, the easiest way to do things in Discord is going to be to just... I don't know why I can't switch over to Discord anymore. Okay, finally figured it out. I'm back over Discord. So yeah, you're just going to go to where you rolled your dice in the dice roller channel. Going to right-click on the actual rolling of it itself. Go ahead and hit copy message link. Then go over to your character tracker, edit, post it in, and say +1 int, +1 dex, +1 con, +1 int. So there you go. Now anytime a DM wants to see, like, okay, why does this guy say he's got 20 intelligence when he rolled a 14? Well, you can go and just check. Make sure that your score is what you said it was. So there you go. And that is pretty much all you're going to need to do to create your character. All right, so I will have a video upcoming as well for just getting used to Roll20, some of the custom APIs, macros, and things that I have in there, just to make the game a little easier and give you a little tutorial, basically how the game's going to go and how to play if you've never played before. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody.